was a girl named Dorothy. She lived with her parents in the heart of the great Kansas prairies. One day, Dorothy and her dog Toto were playing inside the house. Suddenly, there appeared a large cyclone that picked the house right up off its foundation with Dorothy and Toto still inside. It carried them high into the sky. After several days, the house landed with a crash. Dorothy walked to the door and much to her surprise, she was in a strange land. Standing before her was a crowd of little people. They were colorfully dressed. The little people seemed very happy to see Dorothy, who now spoke to their leader.
I'm the Mexican mayor. We'd like to thank you for killing the wicked witch.
What do you mean? I haven't killed anyone.
The mayor pointed to the corner of the house, and there, sticking out from under the large beam, were 2 feet in red shoes.
House landed on top of the witch. The Munchkins explained that they had been the witch's slave for many years. Today, however, Dorothy had rid them of the witch, and they were at last set free from her evil spell. Then the leader presented Dorothy with the red shoes that the wicked witch was wearing. These shoes are yours now. I'm not sure, but I've heard their magic.
Dorothy thanked him and put the shoes on. They fit her perfectly. Then she asked the crowd if they knew how she could get back to Kansas. Since no one had ever heard of Kansas, they could not answer her question. But the Munchkin mayor had a wonderful idea. Dorothy was a great wizard who lived in the city of Emerald, and how he performed magic with his great powers. When Dorothy asked how she could find the city of Emerald, the Munchkin mayor answered by telling her to
Follow the yellow brick road.
The crowd led Dorothy to the road paved with yellow bricks. She turned to wave goodbye and skipped happily down the road, carrying Toto in her arms. After she had traveled for several miles, Dorothy stopped to rest. Next to the cornfield, not far away, was a scarecrow. It had been placed on a pole to frighten away the birds. At that moment, Dorothy heard a voice.
Hello!
Dorothy was surprised and turned towards the scarecrow.
Did you speak?
Yes, how do you do?
They introduced themselves, and the scarecrow explained that he had been stuffed with straw and had no brains and wished for some. Dorothy told him of the wizard and invited him to join her and Toto. The scarecrow accepted, and they were off together down the yellow brick road. Soon, they came to a patch of trees, and as they walked by, they heard a noise. In the middle of the trees was a man made of tin. He stood motionless with an axe in his hand. Dorothy walked up to him and looked closely at his face.
Did you say something?
Yes, please, bring me some oil.
Dorothy found some oil and oiled the Tin Man from head to toe. When he was able to move, the Tin Man down and thanked her. He explained that he had been out chopping down trees some time ago when it suddenly started to rain. Before the Tin Man could get out of the rain, he had rusted so badly he could not move.
I'd have stayed here forever if you hadn't come along. Say, what are you doing here?
Dorothy told him of the wizard, and the Tin Man was very curious.
Do you think the wizard could give me a heart? It was stolen by a teen girl that I once loved.
Dorothy and the Scarecrow agreed that it was possible. So, the Tin Man joined them on the trip to see the great Wizard of Oz. They traveled for many miles and finally came to a thickly wooded forest. Suddenly, there was a loud roar from the forest, and the next moment, a fierce lion leaped into the road. With one sweep of his paw, he pushed down the Scarecrow and then jumped on the Tin Man, knocking him over. As the great beast opened his mouth, Dorothy rushed forward and punched the lion right into the nose.
You big beast, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
The lion rubbed his nose with his paw.
You're nothing but a big coward.
I know I'm a coward, but I can't help it.
Dorothy couldn't resist feeling sorry for the beast.
Please, don't cry. I'm sorry I hit you. I just can't understand how a great lion like you could be a coward.
The lion explained that he was born that way and that his entire life he had wished more than anything to have courage so he could be what the other animals expected the king of beasts to be. Dorothy told him of the wizard and how he might be able to give the lion his courage. So, the lion joined them on the journey down the yellow brick road.
Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Oz.
At last, they came to Emerald City. It was the most beautiful place that any of them had ever seen. The streets were lined with clean marble houses and set sparkling emeralds. Dorothy and her friends came to the Palace of Oz, home of the great wizard. They walked up to the soldier at the door and asked to see the wizard. He led them to a large round room, and they were greeted by a little man dressed in long green robes. He was seated on a marble throne and nodded his head as he spoke.
I am Oz, the great wizard. Why have you come?
I'm going to go back to Kansas.
I'd like some drinks. I need a heart.
I want courage.
The wizard solemnly told the four that he could not help them unless they brought him the broomstick of the last evil witch, the wicked witch of the west. Then the soldier returned and escorted the two to the front door. There, they asked the soldier how they could find the wicked witch of the west. He warned them that all those who attempted to see the wicked witch never returned. Finally, the soldier realized his advice would not be followed, so he told the group how to find the wicked witch. They thanked him and headed towards the west. They ran as fast as they could, and soon Emerald City was far behind. Dorothy, the lion, and Toto were very tired from running and decided to rest. They lay down on a soft grass, and in no time at all were fast asleep while the Tin Man and Scarecrow stood guard. Now, the wicked witch of the west had only one eye, but it was as powerful as a telescope and could see anywhere. She saw Dorothy and her friends and noticed the red shoes on Dorothy. Then she called her slaves, the winged monkeys. Come here, monkeys! Catch the girl and bring her here! I want her magic shoes! The winged monkeys took to the sky. There were so many of them that the sky was darkened as they flew towards Dorothy and her friends. The Tin Man was the first to see them.
The winged monkeys! Quick, run and hide!
But it was too late. Suddenly, the monkeys were upon them. The lion, the scarecrow, and the Tin Man fought a fierce battle, but it was no use. There were too many monkeys. Finally, the monkeys picked up Dorothy, who was holding Toto in her arms, and flew back to the castle. The wicked witch was waiting when they arrived. Grab me those shoes!
No, they're mine.
The witch had her slaves hold Dorothy while she tried to remove the shoes, but they would not come off. The witch realized that since they were magic shoes, they could only be removed if Dorothy wished them to be. If you don't give me your shoes, I'll go! The witch reached for Toto, who immediately bit her on the hand. Ouch! You'll pay for this, you bad dog! I'll be back in 1 hour! If you don't give me those shoes, I'll kill you now! 1 hour passed and the witch returned. She was not aware that the lion, scarecrow, and Tin Man had climbed over the outside wall. Once again, the witch asked for the shoes, and Dorothy refused. The witch slaves were about to reach for Toto when the lion sprang through the window with a great roar. The witch pointed at the lion. Grab him! 4 of the winged monkeys jumped at the lion, but he knocked them all down with one blow from his paw. The witch grabbed a torch from the wall and was about to set the lion's bushy tail on fire when Dorothy grabbed a pail of water nearby and threw it on the witch. Instantly, the woman gave a loud cry and began to shrink away. Soon, the witch was gone. The creatures of the castle were happy because they were finally set free from the witch's spell. Dorothy spotted the witch's broom on the floor and picked it up. Dorothy and her friends said farewell to the creatures of the castle and then returned to the Wizard of Oz. When they were once again in the great room, the wizard spoke to them.
I'm happy to see you. Do you have the witch broom?
Yes, great wizard. Not only do we have the broom, we've killed the wicked witch.
They were surprised to see the little man climb down from his throne and joyously dance around. The news of the wicked witch's death quickly spread throughout the Emerald City, and there was a great merriment and rejoicing. The wizard called Dorothy and her friends in to grant their wishes. First, he took the scarecrow and filled his head with pins and needles.
This will make you sharp.
Next, he took a heart-shaped cloth from his bag and placed it inside a tin man.
Now you have a heart.
Then the wizard had the lion drink a saucer of sour-tasting green liquid.
You were brave to drink that. It's what I call real courage.
Finally came Dorothy's turn. Oz smiled as he spoke to her.
You could have gone back home a long time ago if you knew the magic you had.
What do you mean?
Those race shoes will take you home. All you need to do is to click your heels together 3 times.
Dorothy cried as she kissed her friends goodbye. Then she picked up Toto and clicked the heels of her shoes together 3 times.
Take me back to Kansas.
Quickly, Dorothy was back home. Dorothy was glad to be back with her parents, but realized that she would never be able to forget her wonderful adventures in the land of Oz.